Okay, so we got the new filter here. It's got the serial number there, so you know which one to get when you get your next one. So we just take this dust cap off, right? Get rid of that, and it's got a ring, a little O-ring here that you just want to gently take out. So that just comes out of there. So just gently take it out, because you don't want to do damage to it. Okay. And this is basically what seals the oil filter, so you don't get oil coming out of that, out of here. So what you have to do is make sure it's clean. Okay, and you have to put a bit of oil, new engine oil, on the on this O-ring. Ooh, got a bit of a spill here. This oil's still coming out, so we just stop that. Don't want that going everywhere. In the meantime, so grab out. So we just got the new engine oil. So I'm just grabbing a little piece out of here, a little bit, and just going to lubricate this O-ring with the engine oil. Make sure it's all covered in engine oil, so it's actually lubricated somewhat. Not too much, because that's going to drip down if you put too much on. Okay, and then grab the filter and put the O-ring back in. Okay, all around. Now normally, if you had a filter that mounted up this way, you can fill the filter with oil and then screw it up. But because the Volvo MD22L has the filter screwing in that way, you can't do that. So we just have to put it in dry. But it's alright, because it'll fill up with oil once you run the engine. Just got a bit of an oily problem here. Okay, so now we're just going to screw this on. Screw the new filter on. Make sure that you don't cross thread the when you're screwing it in. Be really careful that you don't cross thread the new filter, because if you do, you've got major problems on your hands. You have to re-tap the. See, so that's going nice and smooth, so you know it's not cross-threaded. The other thing you want to make sure is that you don't over tighten. This should just be hand tight. See, that's hand tight. Okay, not too tight. It's just hand tight. That's all it should need. Okay, otherwise you're going to squeeze the seal out and you'll just ruin it. And then make sure you clean it up good as well. You want to have all this clean, because when you put the new oil in, you know it started off clean, and so if you have a leak, you know that it's an actual leak and not just old oil that's come out of there. So I'm just giving this a real good clean to make sure it's absolutely spotless. So when we put the new oil in, if we have a leak there, we know it is from the new oil, and we're going to have to sort that out. So yep, that's all you need. Just tight. Don't need it. Don't crank it too hard, otherwise it's going to be. It could fail. You could squeeze the O-ring out of place and it could fail. So that's that. Alright. So now we've got the filter on, and the oil's drained out. We can put the plug back in. Put the plug back in. Once again, be careful not to cross thread it, otherwise you got major problems. Plug back in. Now it hasn't got 100% of the oil out, but since we're changing, I think it's nearly 5 litres of engine oil, then in that case it's going to be so, that engine oil that's left is going to be so diluted with new oil that it's not going to make too much damage. It won't change too much. Okay, so sump plug is back in. Once again, make sure it's clean all around here, so that if you do have a leak here, if you do have oil suddenly here, you fill it up again, you know you've got a, it's not from the old oil, you know it's actually a problem. So just clean that up real good. Okay, and then basically what we're going to do is pour the new oil in to this filler here. It's the filler on the engine. Clean oil, brand new clean oil. It's Remula R4L 15W40. It's the Shell product that they give you, but Volvo stocks Shell, and so I just got this product. It's what I've always used in the motor, and so far it's been all good. So we'll just fill it up. Take this around and just fill it up. Try and put this camera somewhere where you can see. Okay, so we're just carefully gonna fill it up. Okay, now I've got a bit of oil there. I've got a bit of oil that just dripped down, so try and clean it all up so you don't have oil going everywhere. Because the oil, if the